Alright, so before I get started, I'm going to give you a quick disclaimer. The school district has asked me to tell you not to do this to your Chromebook. If something breaks in your Chromebook, just take it into the library and we'll fix it. Second reason for that is the repair I'm going to show you doesn't work on basically just the Chromebooks that the school district bought this last year, but this repair will work for pretty much every other non-Apple device that you're going to run into. So what I'm going to show you how to do is how to fix a Chromebook screen and then get your Chromebook working again. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to remove the 12 screws on the back of your Chromebook. The number varies from Chromebook to Chromebook, but in general it's always some variance around there. In the interest of time, I already tore these out. So the thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take a pry tool. You can use a knife. I don't have a knife because the school doesn't like sharp objects, but you can just use anything. There's a small little crevice here in between the back cover of the Chromebook and the rest of the Chromebook. Take your pry tool, slot it in, and just pop it. And then the back comes off like that. Now you're looking at the inside of your Chromebook. So the next thing you're going to want to do, and this is a pretty important step, this big black thing here is the battery. You're going to want to disconnect that so you don't get electrocuted while you're poking around in the inside of your computer. The easiest way to do that is follow the multicolored cable and just pop it out. Now you don't have to worry about that. Next thing to do, flip your Chromebook over, open it, and you're going to want to remove the plastic cover around the border here. This is called a bezel. So you can use your pry tool to pry it from the corner, or you can also just rip with your hands if your screen's already broken and you're not worried about breaking anything else. If there's nothing holding it in, you don't have to unscrew anything, you can just tear it right off. Next thing you're going to want to do is there's 4 screws, one on each corner of the screen that hold it in. You're going to want to unscrew those so you can remove your broken screen. Again, just use your screwdriver. I should mention, I've been doing this IT stuff for the school district for about 6 months. I've been just tinkering idly with electronics for years though. So, I do this repair about 3 times a day. It doesn't take that long. It's a very good repair to do if you're just getting into it. So once you removed your screen, it's just going to pop forward. There's a little bit of white plastic tape that holds the monitor cable in. If it's a new Chromebook, you'll probably have to pry it up with a knife. Otherwise, this one has been, it's seen some stuff, so you can just kind of pull it off. You pull straight back so you don't just rip the cords out, because then you have a new problem that isn't just a broken screen. You're going to take your new screen, you're going to line it up with your holes. Now, there's 4 screws included with the screen to set it back in. The main reason there's 4 is that these can strip. So you don't need all 4 to hold it in, but it's good to have them. Also, forgot to mention, before you do anything with this, you want to make sure you actually plug it in. Otherwise, there's not going to be anything on your screen. So just plug your little cable back in, flush the tape, back in. And then you can take your screws, put them on the end of your screwdriver, and just have to push it back in. Important thing is you don't want to press on the screen a bunch when you're putting it in, like with your finger, because that can break it. These screens are kind of fragile. They're also usually the first thing to break on a Chromebook, which is why this is another good repair to know. So once you got your screws back in, take your little plastic cover, put it here, and you just kind of press around the corners because, again, there's no screws that hold it in, it's just a clip. There we go. Okay, so now your screen's back in. There you go, that's back in there. So then, you're going to flip it back over, and sometimes it closes again, when that happens you just pop it back open. There you go. Also, another thing to note, this little cable here, this isn't the same on all Chromebooks, but on this one, this little white cable just links to something on the top cover. You don't want to pull up too hard and just like try to separate it, because that'll just rip that out of the motherboard. So try to be a little bit gentle with that. Plug your battery back in, because computers usually need electricity to work. And there you go. Got your fully repaired Chromebook screen. So, today I showed you how to repair your Chromebook screen. It's a good repair to know, because if you take your broken computer to a Best Buy, they'll charge you for labor, and you can save, it can cost you about a third of the price to just do it yourself. So, there you go.